Hi, my name is Maria.
I'm Michael.
And welcome back to this YouTube channel. This is a fridge, by the way, so just...
Ignore the hum.
We don't really have a good place to film.
One day we will.
That's the goal.
Sponsor us, whoever you are.
And then I can finally start my Pilates channel. Yeah. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about the Bermuda, Hamburg, and Grasshopper Cup.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. So we've had 3 tournaments, huge upsets, emotional moments, and right now this is being filmed on the 25th of April at 11:30 p.m. Okay, so at the time of this recording, the semifinals are set for the Grasshopper Cup. Okay, but before we get to that, we're going to start in Bermuda. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about the women's final first. So Sabrina Sobhy looked in complete control early against Turmel. Is that how you say it? Turmel?
I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry if I got that wrong. So Sobhy took the first 2 games, 11-4, 11-7. But at 7-6 in the third, disaster struck. She snapped her Achilles and was forced to retire. So literally, I understand how she feels because I did my ACL in the grand final, and that sucks.
It says there, and you just said Achilles, not ACL.
Same thing.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Like, I know what it.
I get what you're saying. I thought you meant like quite literally the physical.
Oh no.
Same thing. No,
not the same thing, but it's like
no, like the event.
I know what it's like
situation.
pulling a major ligament in a squash grand final.
Yeah.
Not at the same squash level.
Yeah.
But like, that sucks.
Yeah, in terms of emotion and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Investment.
Especially when you felt like, because when I played, I felt like I was gonna win.
Yeah.
I felt like I was looking good, and obviously Sabrina probably felt the same. And unfortunately, just couldn't get that win due to injury, and that just really sucks.
Yeah.
So that's a heartbreaking end to the final. And because of that, Lucy Turmel took the title, her 7th PSA win, but just not really in the circumstance you want. Anyways, we'll head on to the men's final. So no injuries. Good. Thankfully.
Good start.
Strong
positives.
Yes. We had Rodriguez and Carmel El Torquay. Rodriguez took the first, El Torquay fired back to lead 2-1. But then obviously experience takes over as it does. Rodriguez dug deep, forced errors, and powered through the final 2 games to win his 31st career title, which is amazing.
Very well done
indeed.
indeed.
Never won 2 games in PSA, but you know, doing well.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna go to Hamburg Open. Okay, so in the women's final, we had Jasmine Hutton delivering a career-defining performance. I was watching the highlights of this one, and Hutton just seemed, I don't know, I felt like she was a bit more aggressive at this tournament. She was just going for it from what I saw.
That's fair.
Yep. So Hutton, she defeated Nelly Gillis in straight sets, 11-8, 11-7, 13-11.
Nice.
That's going to go into tiebreaker. So I feel like this is her biggest title yet, but I feel like probably one of her biggest wins. Recently, so it's definitely, I feel like, a breakthrough for her, so that's really good to see. And she's left-handed, so
yeah, I know you love your lefties, don't you?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go to the men's final. Aly Eleinen. It's like a mouthful. Say that 5 times fast. Followed the women's final with a clinical performance. He controlled every aspect of the final against Yusuf Solomon. A straight set win again, and so I guess that was
Yeah.
they all wanted to get home quickly and have some food. But the scores were 11-5, 11-8, 11-5, so fairly consistent, and that is his first title of the season. So
Nice.
it's pretty good. So, with that being said, right now we have the Grasshopper Cup in Switzerland. Nice. So we had some quarterfinal action. The semifinals are being played, I'm assuming, later today because in Australia we're ahead and Europe is a bit behind.
Nice.
So I can only talk about the quarterfinals at this point. But we had Orfi come back. So our top seed, Amina Orfi, showed serious composure. She dropped the first game to Salma Hani, but fought back hard, winning 8-1, 11-6, 11-4. I don't know, sometimes I feel like in the first games I feel like I'm asleep and then it's just like, bam, awake. Maybe that happened to her, who knows.
So I'm just winning 8-11, 11-6, 11-4. Is that a typo? Is that meant to be 11-8, 11-6, 11-4?
No. It's best of 3.
Oh, is it best of 3, is it? Oh, okay. Why is that so different?
I don't know. But she's the first player to go into the semifinals. Okay.
Fair enough. Nice.
So in the men's, Elias holds firm. Top seed Diego Elias had to work. After taking the first, he lost the second, and he reset, reduced errors, and took the decider 11-3. It's like, I'm winning this convincingly. I'm not limiting it down to chance. So Subramania made a statement, a dominant 11-5, 11-4 win over Nada Abbas, wrapped up in just 16 minutes. I think she just wanted to just get over and done with. It's like, yeah, I want to spend less time on court as possible. I want to be fresh for this final.
I feel like that I really wouldn't be surprised with that sort of Subramaniam's style. She's just like, even when she gets the ball, she's just like, ready to serve. Do you know what I mean? Like, she like wastes zero time. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like Nick Kyrgios does the same thing. I'm not sure if maybe that's like a Malaysian thing or not. I don't know. Who knows? But it's given the same kind of vibe. It's like, I just want to go now. Boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so Crouin had a fight back. He delivered one of the matches of the day in the quarterfinals after losing the first to Declan James. He stepped up the pressure and took the next 2 games 11-7, 11-7.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm sensing a big sort of comeback theme in this quarterfinals. Okay. So, and in the other women's match, Watanabe continues her dominance over Jasmine Hutton. A little bit sad, but that's fine. A composed 11-5, 11-9, so at least Hutton kept it pretty competitive. But yeah, so that keeps her unbeaten record against Hutton intact, which is now up to 5 matches. And then with the men's, Gawad remained. What? Okay, sorry. Gawad reminded why. I can't even speak right now. My mouth is not working. You read it.
You gotta just slow yourself down.
I am slowing down. I just tired.
Gawad reminded everyone why he's a former world champion. He overcame rising star Abe Singh in a straight sets victory, 12-10, 11-9, in a high quality battle. Experience proving crucial.
Once again.
So I couldn't read that because it was like shaking all around.
Yeah. Anyways. So, There's another comeback.
Nice.
A Kennedy comeback.
Seems like that theme was spot on accurate.
The theme is continuing.
Yeah.
Gina Kennedy produced one of the most impressive comebacks of the day after losing the first to Aly. I struggle saying her last name all the time.
Where's the name? Where? What? Oh, Abou Eleinen.
Yeah,
Abou
Eleinen. Yeah, I struggle with that all the time, and I'm trying to get better. Okay, I'm trying. So, yeah, Kennedy bounced back in dominant fashion, taking the next two 11-1, 11-8. Yeah. It's amazing what a little adrenaline and spite can do.
Amazing what a little bit of PO can do for you.
So she reaches her 4th gold level semi-final of the season. Okay.
Nice.
That's good. And the last match in the quarterfinals, Macon closes it out. So Joel Macon completes the semi-final lineup after dropping the first to Ika Pajares. Macon fought back to win 11-6, 11-9. Another comeback. The same storyline.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when it comes to the Grasshopper Cup semi-final lineup, in the men's we have Diego Elias and Victor Crouin. I think Elias is going to win.
Yeah, same.
We have Gawad versus Macon.
That'll be a good one.
I think that'll be really fun.
I think
that's going to go.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Distance.
Yeah. I was gonna say it goes to like 4 or 5, but then I just remembered they don't. It's best.
On the grand final, it's.
Oh, is it?
It's 5.
But that's the semi-final there, though, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to be. I have to check.
They better do a bit like.
Because with the tournament champions, I think they do something similar. I think, like the first rounds are like best of 3, and then I think. No, I think just the grand final is best of 5.
Okay.
I don't know why they do it, but anyways.
Yeah, like I get to some extent, I kind of get it, but
I like everything to be at 5.
Yeah, I know.
But I feel like the other thing is also, I think it's because these tournaments are so close together.
It could be that, yeah.
And which is fair. You don't want to break your players.
Yeah. Look, I guess to some extent, there's only one way I can kind of compare this, and it's from baseball. I know it's a squash update. Sorry to ruin the squash thing.
You can make your baseball update another day. Make your own channel.
I was just gonna say in baseball I'm sorry if I can I say what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, in baseball, there's 9 innings. That's the regulation for baseball, right? Mm-hmm. It's not time. It's just each team gets an equal chance of scoring runs before 3 outs, right? And then after that, this is during the regular season of the MLB. They used to play just the traditional rules where the game would just keep going until there was a winner at the end of the inning. But they didn't like it for regular season because players kept getting injured and so on, right? And so they said, oh, well, this is ridiculous. So they introduced, when the 10th inning begins, each team gets to put a runner on second base, right? To try and eventually score them effectively, right? And teams had all these strategies for that and blah, blah, blah. And like I'm cool with that, but then for playoffs, that's still the same rule, and a lot of fans hate it because they want that to change. They don't want the game to be decided on a silly, weird modification of the rules kind of thing. And I feel like that's kind of the same thing here, right? They modified the rules for squash or for this tournament for 3 games, but like, who wants that for a final? I want.
Well, they've done that for the last 2 tournaments, Bermuda and Hamburg.
They've been best of 3.
Yeah, except the grand final.
Yeah, see, like, I don't mind grand final. I feel like it should apply to semi-finals as well. Like, you're getting some top players here. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, if you're not a squash nerd, Elias and Crouin just sound like random names to you. But if you're following this channel, it's because you are a squash nerd. It's called the Squash Update for a reason. And you should know who Elias and Crouin are. And these are like, all 4 of these names are in the top 10. You know, I don't know if I can say top 5. Macon might be a 6 or something.
I don't even know if Victor Curran's in the top 5.
I don't think he is either.
Okay.
But
anyways,
I don't really know either.
Can I go to the women's matchups now?
Yeah. Let us know in the comments. Should it go to 5? Sorry, should it be a best of 5 or not for the semis and grand final?
Okay. So the semi-final lineup for the Grasshopper Cup in the women's is Amina Orfi and Subramaniam.
Yep.
And then we have Watanabe and Kennedy.
They're both good games, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like...
Like, Subramaniam and Orfi are both as aggressive as each other. And Watanabe and Kennedy are a bit more like...
It's like fighter mentality. I don't know how to explain it, but...
What, between those two?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're a bit more... They I feel like I'm not trying to say that like any of these players cheat, but I feel like, you know, the players like Orfi and Subramaniam, they I just get the vibe that if the ball does double bounce, they're not going to call it. They just sort of go, it's the ref's job to do it. Do you know what I mean? And like, fair enough. It is the ref's job to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't hate it, but I just appreciate the honesty.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I know.
And I think that Watanabe and Kennedy are those kind of players that, you know, they just go, yeah, that was double.
Yeah. I feel like...
But I think Watanabe's also got a bit more aggressive recently.
Like, I know for me, when it comes to my doubles, always believe I get to the ball and you're like, nah, that's definitely double. I was like, what do you mean? I definitely got to that. It's like, nah, it bounced twice. I was like,
yeah. And
maybe that's the same for them. I don't know. Maybe I just have too much faith in my ability to get the ball.
No, I get you. And
although sometimes when I'm playing you, sometimes it does double bounce clearly and I try to play you, but you always see right through me.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, that was such a double. Like, that almost bounced 5 times. But like, not.
But like, this also has led to me to questioning my pickup. So I'll pick up an amazing ball.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, was it good? Like, I'll ask the umpire. It's like, can you stop questioning your ball, you pick up? I was like,
you know what the worst part
I don't know if it's good or not.
You know what the worst part is? When I am playing you and I hit a ball and it is a clear double bounce, it's like, you're so far away from it, you're never getting there. Like I say, there's like 5 bounces before you've hit it or something. And then I go to play the same thing again. And then next thing I know, you actually do pick it up. I'm like, you didn't get it before. What the...
Yeah, I adjust. I adjust and I learn.
It's like, I did everything the same. You were in the same position. I'm in the same... It's the same shot. And you somehow got it this time? What is going on?
Moped.
It's like, this is bullshit. But yeah, so, but I do think, and again, I'm not trying to suggest that, you know, I'm not trying to suggest that these other players are dishonest in any way, shape or form. Like you say, they may convince themselves that
I definitely do.
You know, like, and look, I feel like sometimes I really don't know if mine is good or not. So I'm just like, I don't know, but if it's clear as day, I'm just like, yeah, that was double.
I always feel like like I said before, I think I always get to mine, but you're like, nah, that's clearly double. I'm just like, but I ran so fast with it. so like, I don't know. That could be the
it's not like I say. But I feel like...
But at the same time, it's like, I'm waiting for the umpire to give the call as well.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yeah, it's literally their job.
So, like, the difference... This is what messes me around a little bit, because, like, in PSA, the umpire will call everything. because they have to. But when I play like, you know, club league,
just club comps and stuff, yeah.
they don't call it, and
Yeah, no, you just keep going, and then at the end of the rally, it's like, wait, what? Wasn't that? And then they both, and then because it's always a ref and a scorer, and there's two people, they kind of like look at each other like, what did you think? And you just go, what are you doing?
I know. So,
look at that.
I was taught as a junior to play until they call it. And so, like, call it.
Yeah, no, just call it. But I feel like they're always afraid of calling it wrong. It's like, well, like the professional refs would do the same. Like, you know, there's so many times that it, you know, for some of these players that, you know, it clearly does double bounce and they don't call it. But like, you know, to some extent, I feel like I wouldn't do it, but you know, in a different universe, like I probably would do that. I'd be like, well, it's his job. It's not my job to call the double bounce. It's his job, you know, like.
Unless I know what's double bounce, I'll say it. But other than that, I feel like in my mind, 9 times out of 10, I get to that ball every single time.
And yeah, it's definitely not that sort of ratio.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments. Do you believe you get to every single ball all the time, or like, are you delusional like me, or are you more realistic like Michael? Let us know.
I was like, yeah, nah, I'm too fat and slow for that
ball. See, I seesaw. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm fast. And there's other times it's like, yeah, I need to lose weight. So,
but that only happens 1 out of 10.
But I feel like that happens because you say it all the time, and I feed off you.
Yeah, she feeds off my vibes, which is great.
No, it's not great. I hate it. But yeah. So are you delusional or realistic when it comes to double bounces?
Or brutally realistic.
Yeah, when it comes to double bounces, let us know. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I just, you know, I totally get the mentality of, like, I'm here to win, not to be honest, so to speak. Or not, you know, it's like, I guess you can be honest, it's just,
But, like, also, too, isn't that what reviews are for?
Yeah, honestly, you know. Like, yeah, I don't... If I guess what I'm trying to say is, if that is the mentality of some of these players, right, I'm not going to fault them, right? It's like they're just there to win. That's that's their job, to win, not to, you know, say, oh, I think that did hit the line. Oh, I think that did hit the tin. No, everything you hit's great, you know.
Like, it's not, like, to me, that's not unsportsmanlike, but it's not sportsmanlike either. It's like in that.
Yeah, no,
medium.
I get, you know, but I feel
there's
like
something wrong with it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but I feel like a lot of people would disagree with that.
I know. I feel like, well, I mean, you know, a lot of people think, like, you know, a lot of people don't like. I feel like people just need to have, like, in today's society, are just looking for a grudge to hold against people.
I feel,
you know, so it's like they, you know, for the squash nerds, they target at Sal, and I'm just like, why?
They also target like Zachariah and Orfi.
I know, you're just like, why?
I don't get
like,
like, I feel like sometimes I think like Sal is blocking, but I think he's just trying to get to the tee. But as a result of him getting back to the tee, he sometimes, you know, like it sort of interferes the path for his opponent to get to the ball. But I feel like that's just like it happens to everyone. I think we've all done it. I don't.
Well, I think there's a couple of players that would, if you don't like them, I feel like you also have to not like the players like Nuran Gohar, Noor El Shabini. They're probably the two main ones I can think of off the top of my head that would play similar to that.
Like, I think just everyone's just trying to get back to the tee and fight for the tee. That sometimes collisions happen.
Yeah, like,
I don't think it's blocking. Like, at least not purposefully blocking.
I don't think it's blocking. I just think, well, you know, I don't think there's, especially at the pro level, it's hard to really block because they're all so fast. Do you know what I mean? So, And I feel like it's not really blocking. I feel like a lot of players like to just sort of stand their ground, and because it's...
We like to exaggerate the hell out of a stroke.
Yeah, exactly. It's like...
Let's be honest, we all do it. We like to milk it a bit.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, they're clearly in my line. It's like, well, no, you actually have a line to work around them. You have a line to work around them, you know? And,
but yeah.
You know, so unless they sort of... And I actually do need to do a reffing course, and I'm going to ask the question. But my understanding is, it's kind of like wherever the ball is, there's always several angles to that ball, right? As long as your opponent doesn't block like a multitude of those angles, right? It's really not like anything. If they block one, that's kind of like considered fine, because you should be able to still work your way through another line,
there should be
right?
at least a way to get to the ball.
Yeah.
But like...
So, but, you know, if they're standing right on top of the ball, then how the hell do you hit it, right? Like, you're cooked.
Yeah.
But, and I think a lot of players like to sort of, like, you know, test that edge a little bit. It's like, I want to sort of, you know,
and I think
sort of want to take one of their lines away, but at the same time, because they're all so fast, it also sometimes looks like a stroke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like as well, if you're asking for a let, I feel like sometimes the exaggeration comes from you want to show the ref that you can get to it, and you want to show the ref that they're in your way.
Yeah. No,
we could talk about this for hours. We could make this like a discussion video for like...
I know, I feel like, you know what,
because this video's long enough already.
It is. But you know what I think as well? I feel like a lot of players, they make contact and then they nearly always do this. They throw their arms like around the body of the person. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like they're just...
Do I do that?
No, you don't. You tuck your racket in like... Let.
Yeah, no, because I don't want to hurt my opponent. I'm just like, oh, sorry.
Whereas I just like, I think I don't really do that, but I'm just like, oh.
I feel like
I'm like, I didn't expect you to be there.
I feel like I've done that ever since the ACL injury, but because I did my ACL run into my opponent trying to get to the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, really, I need to train that out of me. I need you to just like, do some netball drills.
Yeah.
Just to...
No, that's fair.
For me to feel comfortable to just... Get out of my swamp. Anyways. So,
Hannah Mundy, give us some drills in the comments, thanks.
Yes, Hannah Mundy. Yes.
Who else is?
Joe Weston.
Joe Weston, give us some drills in the comments, thanks.
Thank you. You're never gonna watch this, but please and thank you. And just to leave this video, I had a question in mind, but now I forgot it.
Was it about which players?
No, it was like it was gonna be like a something to do with the lets, because we're talking about it. But now I forgot.
Oh, the lets. Yeah, no, I don't know if I can help you. Should they change the let rule? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Or maybe is it something with how because they say like, you know what's crazy? A lot of people have. I feel like everyone's got a weird or even slightly different interpretation of what's a let and a stroke as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people are caught up on rule changes or otherwise, what's the word? Like, given like misinformation about.
I feel like the lots of open to interpretation, but we do this for like another video.
Yeah.
Because this is long enough already, and.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to help you out, but
no, you did not help me out at all. You went too technical with it. Anyways, so that is it for us for today. The goal is to try and film every Friday and try and upload during the weekend. So hopefully we can do that.
Yeah.
This Friday.
All right. Yeah, you can do it. Okay. Oh, it'll be a bit rough. We've got the Bulldogs game.
And
half time. All right, job done.
We're gonna miss half time.
We'll suss it out. Until next time.
Yeah. Anyways, so bye.